is freezing outside. There is a ton of snow and the sun is shining so bright. It's a beautifully cold, snowy, sunny day. So for a day like today, I reached for a soap that had a lot of warmth within it. So for today's software, I'm using Hendrix Classic & Company Shave Dad. This has a beautiful, warm, cinnamony scent to it. As a matter of fact, this soap was inspired by one of my favorite fragrances, Stronger With You Intensely. The fact that Peter can make this soap smell so similar to the designer fragrance is mind-blowing. Way to go, Peter. Great job. And to lather up this incredible soap, I'll be using the Aylsworth Altare with a G5C synthetic knot. I'm working with roughly 2 days of growth, so I decided to pull out the Aylsworth stainless steel, and I do have the medium plate. And now once all the growth is gone, I'll go ahead and splash on Hendrix Classic & Company Shave Dad Aftershave Splash. And I just showed you this, but I will be ending off the entire shave with Stronger With You Intensely. I highly recommend subscribing to Sean Stepplefield's YouTube channel. I watched a video of his yesterday, and he said something within it that I've been thinking about over and over again. First off, Sean, once again, congratulations. Sean went ahead and created his own soap. And what I find to be so crazy about his process is he's looking forward to failing. Isn't that crazy? Most people avoid failing at all costs. Meanwhile, Sean, being one of the few people out there, look forward to the failure. You see, I kind of get it, because through failing, that's when you learn. That's when you grow. That's when you become a better version of yourself. I get it. Sean, all he did was make some shave soap for the first time. But to me, those words are so powerful. Sean, I love you, my friend. You are so amazing. Again, go follow Sean. That guy is wise beyond his years. What an incredible human being. All right, let's go ahead and get that shave on now. All right, let's get things started with Uccello Rosa pre-shave oil. Now I'll go ahead and load up the brush. So the brush is nicely loaded. Let's go ahead and paint it on. I haven't even done a full lather yet, and the scent of this soap is so powerful. If you've been following me around long enough, you'll know how much I love HC&C. What an incredible artisan. And speaking of following, you want to go ahead and follow me over on Instagram? I'll go ahead and leave my Instagram handle down below here. I have a ton more content over there. If you are following me over there already, thank you so much. I hope you've been enjoying the content. While you're currently watching this video, I want to do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, share this video, leave a comment down below. Do you currently have any HC&C software? If so, what do you have? I'd love to know personally. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot. Now, let's get that shave going. I'll go ahead and toss in a Shark Super Stainless. Alright, so my beautiful Aylsworth stainless steel is loaded and ready to take down 2 days worth of growth. Alright, so it looks like I may have used just a little too much hydration. Let's see how well this works out for the shave. All right, here we go. First pass with the Aylsworth stainless steel. All right, there you have it. First pass in the books. That was probably the thinnest lather I have ever done in my life. Let me go ahead and get started with that second pass. Hopefully, this lather will build up as I go. did not add any more hydration to my face or the brush, so maybe this will work out nicely after all. I mean, the shave still feels fantastic. This razor is incredible. If you're looking for an amazing stainless steel, or aluminum for that matter, I will leave the razor down in the description so you can go check it out for yourself. All right, here we go. Second pass with the Aylsworth stainless steel, and I'm going across the grain. And there you have it. Second pass done. Let me go ahead and get that third pass going. Hold tight. So here's another question for you. Do you enjoy a thick lather or do you look for a thin lather? I gotta say, I'm typically looking for a thicker lather, although this seems to be working out okay. Here we go. Third and final pass with the Aylsworth stainless steel, and I'm going against the grain. All right, there you have it. Third and final pass in the books. That doesn't feel too bad. I do wish the lather was a little thicker, but I mean, hey, consider this a learning lesson. If you're new to the game, you may want a thicker lather when lathering. Let me go ahead, wash off the rest of the soap, and finish off the rest of the shave. Hold tight. All right, let me get in there with the Parker's Alum Block. Yeah, that was a pretty darn good shave. There's a slight stinging, but overall, this is fantastic. If you're watching me for the first time and you just watched me put alum on my face, let me explain my process. So when I start my shave and during my shave, I use very warm to hot water. Once the shave is done, I then transfer to cold water for the remainder of my shave. So when I wash off the soap, I'm using cold water. When I use water for my alum block, it's cold. When I go to wash off the alum, it will be cold water. And speaking of washing off the alum, I do recommend washing it off. But what I like to do is clean my gear and clean my area first and get it ready for my next shave. Once everything's all cleaned up, then I will go ahead and wash the alum off. Another thing that I do after every single shave is I take the blade out of my razor, I pat it dry, and I put it back in the packaging if I'm going to use it in a future shave. So hold tight while I clean up my gear and clean up my area. Be right back. I was just taking a look at my Aylsworth razor and it's looking kind of grimy. So let me go ahead and give it a nice scrub down. And the Aylsworth is all cleaned up and ready for its next use. And now the Aylsworth Altare is all cleaned up and it's ready for its next use. So my gear is all cleaned up. It's ready for its next use. I went ahead, I cleaned up my area to get it ready for my next shave. While I've been doing all that and while I'm talking to you right now, I can still feel the alum tingling and working its magic. And if you're wondering what else that alum does, it helps close your pores. It helps with any irritation or nicks that you may have gotten during your shave. And for me, it always gives me a good indication on how well that shave went. If my face was feeling really stinging, then I know that I was being too aggressive and I need to settle down. So now I'm gonna go ahead, wash off the alley, get ready to put on some Thayers. First, I'm gonna put the clear Thayers on, and then what I'll do is combine the hydrating milky Thayers with my aftershave splash, because the aftershave splash does have quite a bit of alcohol in it. And I find adding that Thayers to a splash that has a lot of alcohol, it almost turns the splash into face food. Now I'll go ahead with Hendrix Classic & Company Shave Dad Aftershave Splash. Okay, I'll go ahead and combine the hydrating milky Thayers with the splash. I'm telling you right now, if I didn't have the EDP, this splash would be perfect. And if I didn't have the Thayers, this splash would still be perfect. Whoa, the dry down is crazy good. My face feels so hydrated. It's time to get some Hendrix Classic & Company if you don't already. All right, let's finish off the entire shave with Stronger With You Intensely. There you have it, end of the shave. I feel fantastic. My face is super smooth. Although my lather maybe wasn't my best lathering ever, I still enjoyed the full shave. As I said at the beginning of the video, go subscribe to Sean Stubblefield. That guy is simply amazing. And if you're looking at getting into straight shaving, he might be somebody you want to follow. He's just a wealth of information. And take some advice from him. Be happy to fail, because within your failure, that is how you're going to learn and grow. On that note, you make it a great shave, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.